Hello everyone, so it's your girl Crafty Court and we back with another tutorial under 10. I don't know if I would call this a tutorial, but let's see what we can do. So I went to the Habitat for Humanity Restore and they had these huge frames on sale for $1. So I had to get one. We're going to start by cleaning it. Before I even put it in my truck, it was cleaned. I had to dust it a little bit. It was, a little dusty, but, I did a really good thorough clean when I got home because y'all got to make sure we're not bringing bugs home. After it's clean, you see here, it's pretty banged up, but actually, this was the best looking one. Some of them had chunks like taken out of them, like somebody was beating it with a hammer. So I don't know, but I went on ahead and I took it apart. It was very cheaply put together. Like this is a foam board on the back. They taped it. And once I took it completely apart, I understood. Look at this. It's so ugly. Just the art that be in hotels and doctor's offices. Like, do better. But I didn't know what I was going to do at this point. I kept everything. This cutout piece is going to be an important part a little bit later. I wasn't able to take that glass out. It was just really hard. So I'm doing this whole entire project with the glass still intact, which made it a lot, harder for me to do because I had to keep taking this outside, bringing it back inside for, painting it. And it was just a lot. And I had to just be very careful. So that was a pain, but, it was okay. So I'm just trimming the outside and the inside with the masking tape because at this point I do know what I'm going to do. The paint that was on there was very, very thick. This is this is a metal frame. It's very heavy. The paint was very thick on there, so I went on ahead and I did my manual sanding, which was very traumatic, very traumatic because I don't care for too much physical labor like this. I had to put some elbow grease in there, and I think to do this entire frame, it may have taken me about a good 15 minutes. And no, I did not like this part. So the sanding is all done and this is what it looks like with as much as the paint taken off. I did the best that I could. And as you can see, I covered the glass because I'm going to start the spray painting. At this point, I do know what I'm going to do. I know what art I'm going to use. So I'm just going to do half black for the spray paint. I covered the other part of the frame so that it wouldn't get, become a mess. Then I came back in. Once it dried, I went on ahead and I covered up the black paint so that now we can uncover the other part and get that part painted. And for this part, I went on ahead and I painted that white. So now I'm just uncovering the entire thing and you will get a good look at exactly what I'm doing. And hopefully you'll be able to see my vision. So, I'm just pulling the trim off. I decided to keep the gold on there. I wanted to keep some of that old character from, its original look. So that's why I did not paint. And it'll make sense once you see the whole thing and it'll just make a whole lot more sense. So this is the cutout piece of board that I said I was going to keep. I'm going to paint it true white. It's a little bit of an off-white, but for this look that I'm going for, I need it to be true white and black for the colors. And this right here is the art that we're going to use instead of that old ugly art. I made this a few years ago And I did learn it here on YouTube, some tutorial. So I'll find out who that was, and then I will add the link in the description. So remember, I told you we was keeping everything for this project. At this point, that's the foam board with the ugly art on there, and I'm just going to put this on top of it. I'm going to do it just the way they were doing it with the tape and everything. We're keeping it cheap. And so as I'm doing my measurements, well, you know, they visual measurements because I think I just know everything sometimes. But you see some of that ugliness is in the background still, so we're not having that. I went on ahead and took it outside, and I spray painted the border that gold, and it's gonna look good with the overall look. And I'm just fitting it at this point. Like I said, I'm gonna add the tape. It's gonna still be put together very cheap, but it's just gonna look better. That's right. I'm adding that tape and just doing what they did. And here it is, y'all. Here we go. Hey, wait, because I know I said you're going to see it in 3, 2, 1. But just real quick, let me tell you something. I just want to tell y'all, I am very, very grateful for every single last one of y'all. And I looked up, one day I had 72 subscribers, and I looked up over a course of 2 weeks, and it was 200. And then now a week later it's 250, maybe a little bit more. I'm very, 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 very grateful for every single last one of y'all. I got so much to show you. Okay, but anyway, I'm just really excited about this. I'm excited to show y'all what I've done. So for real this time, here is the finished result.